Good morning again. My name is Sapere-Obi Rita. I am an image consultant. And as an image consultant, I'm here to talk to us about proper appearance, self-grooming, as regarding employability. Our first speaker said something that is really very profound and it cuts across every area of life. He mentioned it doesn't matter. I want to say that it matters. As regards your appearance, in connection with employability, it matters. I need you to know that upon leaving your house every day, you meet three categories of persons every day of your life. The first set of persons you meet are the people that are seeing you for the first time in their lives. The second set of persons you meet are the people that are seeing you for the last time. They'll never see you again. The third set of persons you meet are the people that are seeing you for the umpteenth time. They've been seeing you and probably will see you again. And all of these three carry on with them an impression about you. That impression is something you deliberately, intentionally create. Now, usually you would have heard people say you dress how you want to be addressed. Before, as regards being employed, before anybody listens to you, before anybody knows your content, what you studied and all, they first see you. Your body language, your appearance, your carriage has 50% role to play in whether or not they listen to you keenly. So you are a graduate, you graduated with first class, second class, upper, as the case may be, and you're very good at your field. And I saw Mr. Harry demonstrate something that people with second class upper, they carry their shoulders up and all. Whilst you enter with your shoulders up, the person is looking at how well groomed you look. You don't go for an interview with a rumpled shirt and expect to be taken seriously. You don't go for an interview not looking the job. There is something called dressing the part. You need to look like where you're going to. Now, I'll come to that. It's not about breaking the bank. It's about doing the right thing. So I had a privilege to employ for a particular firm. And when we put out the adverts, it was an hospitality firm. Some girl came dressed in high-waist jean and a crop top for interview. And I asked her, where are you going? Because I'm not sure you're coming for an interview. In as much as we're employing for an hotel, you can't come for an interview wearing a crop top, regardless, even if you were to be employed at the bar section of that hotel. So she may know the job. She may have had experience from other places she had worked, but her appearance just disqualified her. At that point, we don't want to know her expertise. The fact that she appeared like that, she was disqualified. And back to that again, it doesn't matter. I tell you, it matters. I'll usually say, we plenty where they look you. We are watching, we see. It does matter. And about this AI thing, please, if you want to take career seriously and personal branding seriously, especially females, can you slow it down with the AI photos on Facebook? Somebody goes on your timeline and all they see are different AI versions of you. Which do we identify with? Who are you? Who are you? The one that even turns me off the most is a man. A man with AI photo as a profile picture. Are you kidding? And you're writing for jobs, you want to be employed. You will not be taken seriously. People who own businesses, who employ people, are serious-minded people. They have invested their money in those businesses, and they are not ready to play with that, their investment, with any unserious person. So for you to want to be considered, you need to be that, look that. And I'm actually merging appearance and self-grooming, like I mentioned. In self-grooming, please, when you are in a public place, try to wear a smile. Let it be intentional. Let it be an attitude. Wear a smile. That you are frowning does not bring you respect. So, some people frown because they want to command respect. No, you put people off. You can even put your potential helper off when you're frowning. It does not bring you respect. And those of us that are scared of the front seat, I don't understand. When you get to a place, why do you avoid the front seat? Do you know what it screams? It screams lack of self-confidence. Yes, it screams lack of self-confidence. It is not humility. It is not. If for what it's worth, you were honorable enough to be considered to be brought to the front, you take it and come there. It is not humility. It is lack of self-confidence. There are 4 ways your appearance affects you. The three first ways are on you. Your appearance affects how you think. How you think, ultimately, your appearance affects it. How you act, your appearance affects that. And how you feel. Have you noticed that if you wore a dress that had a stain on your way to a function, you're very uncomfortable? In your mind, somebody they say, would they look me? Would they look me? Or maybe you went to use the restroom and something stained your pants, trousers or something. You are always, you see that consciousness, that attention you give to that defect is affecting your self-confidence. And so when somebody calls you to talk to you, all your head is up. They are looking at that place that is torn. So there is something I learned. I was a victim. There's something I learned. I first don't see it. If I'm not seeing it, I don't bother whether you are seeing it. In fact, I don't even know whether you are seeing it. So on Saturday, I went for a wedding. And because I couldn't meet up with buying the ashwebi, I used an old fabric. By the way, I'm a fashion designer by product of being an image consultant. So I used an old fabric. This fabric had been in my house and it had rust stains. I was actually thinking that when I'm done making it, I will wash it and those stains will go off. And that was my only option. When I was done, I came to Bayelsa and I washed it. Lo and behold, the rust did not go off. And I had no other option. Sir, I wore my cloth. I told myself there is no rust. If you saw me catwalking, you will leave that rust and be looking at my catwalk. Are you self-confidence? The dress was fine. It's just that there was rust on the side. So I used self-confidence to complement the rust. And I went on my way. For anybody to consider you useful, it has to be seen in your confidence. Somebody contacted me for a job. He said, if you can be like this, I'm sure you have the capacity to take care of my business. Most people are considered by how they appear. Your appearance is 50% responsible for how people accept and respect you. If you came here, if you went for a traditional event wearing jeans and t-shirts, it is likely that if the ushers didn't know you, they won't bring you to the front. Because you're not dressed for the purpose. But if you went there in your traditional regalia looking all, whether you were a special guest of honor or not, the ushers want to look for you. And why? Beautiful people beautify photos in front line. They will bring you there. It is really very important that whilst, even as entrepreneurs, you're going for a meeting, you're going to discuss millions with somebody, you're looking 2,000. I've seen in Yenegua where people wear palm slippers to go for interview. And you want to be employed? And some people say, now waiting I get. Let us come to that, now waiting I get. You know you use money to buy what you have. It is money you use in buying what you have. So is it that money you use in buying that thing? Please buy the right thing with that same money. And in proper appearance, I wrote a book. It's tagged Self-Fit. It's a unisex self-guide on knowing your body type and what fits. It's not everything that fits you that will fit the next person. Some guys should not wear 3-piece suits. Some guys should not wear 3-piece suits. Some shouldn't wear that suit. You know that Italian suit that has slit at the back? They shouldn't wear it. They have butts. They shouldn't wear it. So you know your body type. You know what fits. And it spares you a lot of stress and money. Some people buy expensive things that don't fit them. It is not about how expensive the clothes is. It is about how well it fits you. So I can wear a thrift clothes and come out looking very nice, and somebody is wearing an Italian dress of 35,000, 40,000, and it's not looking as nice because I have mastered my body type. Now, for personal grooming, in public, please, especially dinner parties. Do not pick up the glass of wine with your right hand. Reason is, in this part of the world, we shake with our right hands. It is rude to give a cold handshake. So when the wine comes or when the tray comes, you pick it with your left, you drink with your left. Because you are especially men, you are most likely to give a handshake. If you met a person that is well-traveled and you give that handshake, he will consider you very ignorant. Now, in standing, I see most people do it. You don't stand with your hands like this. It is not humility. It is ignorance. You don't stand like this. You don't stand like this. You stand with your hands beside you with your shoulders high. That spells confidence. That spells self-awareness. When you sit, females, you don't sit like this. You don't sit like this. You sit with your spine straight. You sit put with your spine straight. That is how you sit. Now, most people will still say, it doesn't matter. But it matters. In the job creation firm, little things are the things we look at. Little things. They are the things we look at. How you entered, how you greeted the person at the entrance. Your persona. It is not something people hide. You cannot pretend about your persona. You can't pretend about it. You may have all the certificates, but if you were rude, you may have all the certificates. If you don't appear the part, you will not even be considered in the first place to come and pay. It is not business pitching that we want to do now, that you can actually come as you are and come and do business. No. In career, in the real sense of career field, you cannot come as you are. You have to look the part. If you're going for an interview at the airport, you cannot go there wearing a lab coat. Yes. So I say that rules can be broken, but principles are principles. You can break rules, but principles are principles. And there are principles in every firm, every sector, in every career path. There are principles. Once you decide to go into that career path, know the principles guiding that path and be good at it. So you don't go on in circle saying, these people, they used to employ people they know, they don't like me, they don't do this. And then, for the first time you're coming for an interview, you're speaking pidgin. You say, the other English, not be our English, but not be our language. It doesn't matter. No, it does matter. It does matter. So we want to believe that the purpose of putting up this employability conference is met on all frontiers. So as we go out to our different careers, choosing a path, as we go out being employed, being an employer, starting a career, please understand that self-grooming and personal appearance, which is your personal image, is really key. And remember, you are your first signpost. You are your first signpost. Whatever you point at, that is how people perceive and accept you. You are your like it cannot, even if you see those brands that have ambassadors, the owners of those brands are the first ambassadors of that brand. You are yourself your first signpost, I beg your pardon. So because of time, I need us to take these things into cognizance. We still have two other speakers, and by this I'll invite the next speaker. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Easy. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Let me learn how to sit too. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Chief. Very Chief, right? Yeah. Yeah, man, you can call me Chief. Out of the abundance of their hearts,